Now, here's the thing. Why it's so hard for many of y'all to believe that Suge can have anything to do with Tupac getting shot is because he was sitting in the car with him. For me, that don't mean jack squiddly squat, right? Wasn't Alpo sitting in the car when they killed Rich? And nobody knew for a while that Alpo killed Rich, right? But he was sitting in the car when they killed Rich, right? Even though Rich went and grabbed Alpo in the face and scratched him, and when he said AZ saw Alpo later, he still didn't know that Alpo was sitting right next to Rich when he got killed in the car, right? Now, some of y'all might be like, oh, well, the way he got shot, it was different, this, that, and the other. Okay. The movie Training Day was based on the true story, right? About Rafael Perez, right? How many of y'all remember that? I remember. How many of y'all remember when they went and robbed the guy and they had to shoot one of their own men to make it look legit? This is still the same cop that allegedly was connected to death row. Even though that's a movie, it's based on a true story, right? And I just use that to say that just because a person is at the scene of the crime doesn't mean that they didn't have anything to do with it. Now, Suge says when the shots went off, Pac tried to jump in the back seat, right? And he grabbed him and held him down, right? To protect him. Not swerve to the right and try to hit the car, not punch the car and knock the car in front of him out the way, not swerve to the left and knock that car out the way. He just stays there and he dives on Pac. First, he grabs Pac, he says, and he holds him down, right? I don't know how many of y'all been in cars when shootouts happen, but most people will not put the car in park when the shots start ringing out and sit there without trying to maneuver and get out of there, right? That's just my observation being in the streets, right? You're gonna you're gonna try to get the F out the way, right? Even if it's an ambush, right? Unless you don't know what the hell you're doing, right? In Biggie's case, what did G Money do? He slammed the car and parked and jumped out and ran down the street, right? He didn't sit there. He got the hell out the car, right? And he was at the light with nobody in front of him. Suge says he grabbed Pac and held him down and told him to get down. Then you got Reggie Wright Jr., who says that Suge allegedly used Pac for a shield. You got Whack 100, who also says that allegedly Suge held Pac as a shield. Now, using a person for a shield is not a shield, right? Because bullets go through people. So if you standing behind somebody, yeah, you could use them as a shield, but there's still likely chances that the bullet could go through them, right? And hit you unless they getting shot at an angle. If they get shot at an angle, then the chances of the person behind them getting hit is a little less than likely, right? Or the chances are lesser, right? Unless the bullet ricochets through their body and comes out at a different angle. Now, I don't know if it's true or not, but you heard Suge say it more recently publicly, but he told me a long time ago. It wasn't one shooter, it was two shooters. If you go listen to his Art of Dialogue interview more recently, I'm not saying nothing that he didn't say. I'm just saying it now, but he been told me this, that it was more than one shooter, right? Even Gene Squill was told that it was more than one shooter. And when me and him had the conversation when we was cool, he was shocked that I was told that it was two shooters because he heard that it was two shooters and that the shooters were on foot, or one of the shooters was on foot and ran up on the car. I was also told that. And I'm not saying nothing that ain't recorded on the jail call. Now, if you listen to Suge's interview more recently, he talks about the homie, which is K Dubb, him talking to Ben Crump. And like he told me a while ago, but he said it more recently, so I'm only saying it because he said it publicly himself, that when K Dubb told that Ben Crump that he ran up on the car after the shooting, right? Ben K Dubb told Ben Crump that he heard the shots. He looked up in the rearview mirror. He seen Pac trying to jump in the back seat, and he seen smoke inside the car. He got out of his car, and instead of running straight from the driver's side to Suge driver's side, he ran around the front of the car and he ran up on Pac's side. Right now, I'm the one that let Suge hear this interview, and the same thing Suge says live on the Art of Dialogue. He said to me, "This stupid nigga just told on himself." And you could go listen to the Art of Dialogue interview. So don't be mad at me for repeating what he's already said publicly. Now he done told me this. Like I said, all the jail calls are recorded, right? But however, he said it himself. More recently, this dumb nigga told on himself, meaning that allegedly he was the dude on foot that ran up on the car, right? Now, my thing is, if dudes pull up and start shooting, and you the car in front of Suge car, how many of y'all are gonna sit there and no cars in front of y'all? I think 95% of y'all will punch through the light and keep going, right? Not too many people are gonna sit there and watch and then get out their car and run up to the car that just got shot up, right? And outside of that, why would Suge say the stupid nigga just told on himself? Anybody? And don't get mad at me because this is public knowledge. He said this. When he told me this, I never said nothing about it. He said it himself now on the Art of Dialogue. Now, the interesting thing is, if you go to the grand jury testimony, if I could find it real quick, I'm gonna pull it up.